Yes, people, here we are back at the net podcast. Champions League round up. What's that? Fourth game of the group stage is done. We're getting what? We've got two games left. So groups are kind of being decided. I think United's won. Bayern going to finish top in that. Main two games yesterday, we had Arsenal versus Sevilla at Emirates, and we also had Copenhagen versus Man United. I know you look and see the smile. So you know what? I'm going to start with that one. Like, that was incredible. Like, I don't know. Sorry, I can't even stop laughing. I don't know who thought Copenhagen would beat Man United. I know United have not been in the best form, but for them to lose 4-3, and especially at this time of the group, like I think they're level now, or they're 1 point behind Gala and Copenhagen now, and they're just making this group look so difficult. No, we knew Bayern were probably going to be favourites for it, but to be stuck behind them two teams, right? Gala got a good home record, but that home defeat against Galatasaray looks like it's going to cost Man United, and it's a sad state of affairs at the moment. They started quite well. They went 2-0 up. Højlund with 2 goals. He's been good. And I feel sorry for him because he's scoring these goals, and you kind of think, he scored 2 goals in a game against someone like Copenhagen that you would go on and win the game, but they've gone and lost it. They conceded a goal just before half-time. That's after Marcus Rashford got sent off. Don't think that was a send off. If you want to give a card, give a yellow at least, or at most, should I say. And yeah, El Yunusi, ex-Southampton player, gets the goal. And you kind of felt at that point that United was starting to panic a bit. And it's happened a lot of them this season. It's like they look like they're doing well in their game, whether they're winning or drawing, they're doing well, they're coasting. And then you score against them, everything changes. It's like they just don't have the mentality to come back or really just put up a fight. And it's quite concerning, just for Man United fans in general. And I think Ten Hag will be quite concerned because you would think he's got experienced players there. I know Casemiro's out, amongst some other players, but he's still got likes of Varane, Johnny Evans, Harry Maguire, Onana, who's played Champions League, Mason Mount, who he didn't start, obviously, but, he's got the experience for Chelsea, Rashford, before he got sent off, so Bruno as well. But it's just, it's a bit of a concerning time. And, when that goal went in, you could see the second was going to come. The second goal came, and United got the penalty. And then you kind of thought, all right, see it out now. They're going to go see it again. But no, again, defensive mistake by United. To be fair, I saw 2 mistakes. A lot of people put the blame on just Dalot and say, oh, Dalot should have followed his man and the guy scored. But I think Wan-Bissaka as well. If you watch that goal again, the ball goes out to, I think he's a winger. I think Falk it was, or someone like that. Goes out to him. And Wan-Bissaka could have closed him down quicker, but there was just such a delay in doing that. The ball's gone in. And with them crosses, they're hard to stop. And Dalot was kind of caught lacking, and they've scored. And you just felt at that point there was going to be one winner. And United would have preferred to take the point, but to lose in that way again, and goal scorer was Rooney. Like, I might be saying it wrong, but it looks like it's spelled Rooney. So just how apt, that happens for Man United. But yeah, that's a bad loss for them. And now they've got to Galatasaray away, which is one of them notorious tough grounds to go to. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens there. Because I think if United win that one, I think they can go into second if Bayern beat Copenhagen. And then who knows, they could finish second and somehow scrape out in the group. But that's just put so much pressure on them now. By the time you get to the last 2 games, you kind of want just one draw to kind of guarantee your qualification. But yeah, just looks very, very, very tough for them. Without Rashford as well, Casemiro's out, Martinez still out. Obviously, Varane's got his problems with Ten Hag. Johnny Evans now injured. It's looking very, very difficult. But that's a massive game. I think all eyes will be on that one now. And it's going to be a massive disappointment if they don't make it out of the Champions League group. A lot of people before it were saying, it's kind of like an easier group. It was between Man United and Bayern to go through, but there's been a lot of surprises. I guess that's Europe as well, but the way they've been performing, just that United sets such high standards generally, and to see it going out like this, it's a bit of a mad one. But listen, credit to Copenhagen. I think the manager said before about the atmosphere, and it was quite mad there. And he came out afterwards and said it was one of the worst one of the worst performances, which is quite sad. I don't know if he's mocking it, but yeah, I haven't really watched them play, so I don't know if it's one of their worst. But United, yeah, really gonna be kicking themselves about that one. Even a point where they kind of put them in kind of a better position, closer to kind of getting second place. Also, in terms, I just want to continue with Man United a bit. I just feel that there's something wrong there. Like they played, who did they beat recently? Fulham. They beat Fulham recently, and that didn't change a lot. Like in terms of like what fans were thinking, how United were going to do and how they're going to take that form to the Champions League, and you kind of thought 2-0 up. That was perfect for them, and for Ten Hag, it would have been massive because you've just come off beating Fulham. You then go win the Champions League as well. You've then got a game at the weekend, you kind of think, oh, all right, cool, like 3 wins to the bounce, but this defeat just really, it's like they're slowly going up like this and then bang, just plummet again. And to lose 9 games at this stage of the season, we're in November and they've lost 9 games. Like it just wouldn't happen before. So yeah, there's something like deeply wrong at Man United, and I'm sure other Man United fans will be able to tell me more. But from the outside, I just think they're not playing for him anymore. I feel like there's no belief in the manager. I feel like the issues with Anthony, Sancho, everything like that they're not helping. And yeah, we just it looks like the writing's on the wall. You know what I mean? Or as Saeed TV would say himself, curtain on the wall. But yeah, I think that's it. I think, he might make Christmas Jan time, but I watched a little video today, and like someone said, the Liverpool game, depending on how that goes, is the one that decides a manager's fate. If they go and get smashed by Liverpool, I think it's lights out. I think at that point, that's it. United will kind of look and say, do you know what, we've got to get rid of him now, because you could easily miss out on top 4. Like there's quality teams now, and United last season was saved by their home record, and they've already lost games at home. You know what I mean? And the season before that, or under Ollie, they're good away from home, losing again away from home, losing games. So yes, it's not looking good. Obviously, as an Arsenal fan, I'm smiling seeing it. I love to see my rivals suffer, and my boys that are Man United fans, I don't care what you lot say. Yeah, I love seeing it because when it's us, we're getting it. Yeah, but listen, is what it is. We'll see what happens. November 29th, Gala Man United, massive game. We will be there to enjoy it. And yeah, we'll be feasting if Man United lose that one, but let's see what happens. In the other game, we're gonna finish with Arsenal PSV 2-0 win. I always kind of felt we would win that game. Wasn't sure on the score. I just feel like sometimes with the Spanish teams, if you get like a early goal or a goal before halftime, I kind of feel a bit more confident that you're going to win the game. And it was very important to get that goal, and it was a good goal at that as well. Nice, neat passing from Arsenal. And haven't seen enough of it this season, you know what I mean? And a quality finish by Trossard. Sevilla had a couple of chances, but I think Arsenal kind of looked comfortable. My guy, yeah, Saliba at the back. I'm not even going to gas him up on it, because those that know me, I've been gassing the guy from the beginning. So everyone that's want to talk about Saliba's this, Saliba's that, I told you already. Yeah, we all know how good he is. He's there, top class. And I feel like he's forging a great relationship with the back 4. And I think Raya as well will feel good. Kept a clean sheet yesterday. I think is it 6 in 9 or 5 in 9 clean sheets or something like that. But he's been keeping clean sheets. And listen, we've got to give credit with clean sheets. He didn't really have to do much, but listen, clean sheets. I'm a keeper, yeah. I know how it feels. Keep a clean sheet. It's such a rewarding feeling. Strikers love scoring goals. I love leaving the pitch, like knowing I haven't conceded. I start feeling good about myself. Oh God, got very excited there. Put the towel over my shoulder and sip the water like I've had a tough game. I mean, it's a lovely, lovely feeling. But yeah, 2-0. Sevilla, I think they just want Europa League. I said it as a joke at the beginning of this season. I said, I feel like Sevilla would just want to go Europa League. It's their forte. I won't be surprised they'll purposely finish 3rd, and it's like, you know what, we're going for that Europa. That's their thing. I mean, Real Madrid have 14 Champions Leagues, leave Europa to Sevilla. That's what they do. And yeah, I feel PSV, they won 1-0 against Lens, so I think they are on 4 points. I think they're all on 4. So one more, I think a draw from Arsenal in the next game, minimum. They qualify. I want to qualify top. I want to win the next game and finish top. And then who knows, you get in the next one. It's Champions League. All teams are going to be tough. But I feel like finishing first kind of gives you a better advantage. And I'm not too sure. If I'm wrong, people let me know. But I think if you finished first, you get your home game second. I think I might be wrong with that one. And so that's quite a big deal. And I feel like we can do well. And I've always said that I want minimum quarterfinals. I don't want to be getting to that second round stage where we always kept getting knocked out. And it was very painful all the time to get knocked out like that. Fans laughing at like Bayern in the next round, Barca in the next round. And I remember losing to Monaco as well. Horrible times, horrible times. I've been through it. So yeah, it'll be nice to get this wrapped up early. And it was a tricky-ish group in terms of the opponents, because they're not rubbish, but I just think, we are just a bit better. The Lens defeat kind of had us a bit nervous, or nervy, should I say, but we're just literally 1 point away from doing it, and hopefully we get that sewn up next. I want to touch on just a few performances. I'm going to give Havertz his dues. I think that was one of the better games. I still want to see more, but it was one of the better games from him. And I kind of feel that Champions League will be his thing. I feel like Champions League is where we're going to really see him flourish. And I say flourish, man, like this guy's going to score hat tricks. But I think he's going to flourish in the sense of, putting in the better performances, looking a bit more active, scoring a couple of goals. He could have scored, should have scored, yes, actually. Missed the header. The volley, great block by the defender, and did the third one, which was, I think, when he received the ball, cut, whipped it, and just missed the post. So I think, it's going to be his competition who'll get some pivotal goals, and who knows how far he will take us by doing that. I was a bit concerned by losing Eddie to injury, Eddie and Odegaard, but it worked. We had Trossard in a false nine, which I called before. So listen, those that watch my previous podcast, I want my ratings for it as well. I called it, so give me my dues. But we look quite fluid, and so Saliba spoken about. Tomiyasu he does his job in it. He's a good player. Gabriel as well looked good. I'm just leading me up to the main man again, Declan Rice, man. Like, we've stopped talking about that price tag already. Like most of the time, these players cost X amount of money. And you're like, 80 million flop, this and that. Like Pepe, 72 million pound flop. We signed Rice for 105 million. We don't even talk about that now. He's been absolutely phenomenal. I feel he's tracking back is incredible. It reminds me of like how Kante used to be. Like you'd see him running with the ball up to the top, turn back, and you're like, whoa, he's already there. Gets the ball, goes again. And I feel like Arteta is trying to mix it up and try and get him to play an 8 at times. But I feel like 6 is his best position. He said it as well, actually, in an interview after the game yesterday, where 6 is his best position. He's just he's adjusting and gets excited when Arteta is playing the 8. And I understand in certain games that might work, but in certain games I just want to see him in the 6. And that's where I kind of miss or regret the fact we didn't sign someone else to put in the 8, because I kind of want to see a bit more from someone else. But listen, Havertz was there yesterday, did his thing. But I kind of feel like we missed the trick, man. Like if we could have got someone top notch next to Rice there, would be in such a blessed position, you know what I mean? But listen, it's like he's working his way up to being a captain. I said it as well again at the beginning of the season that I could see in 2 seasons' time he becomes captain. Like after games, he's the one coming out talking. You know what I mean? Lance, he'd come and spoke, or Lance, however you say it, so guys, so don't laugh at me. But he come out and spoke, and he's got the captain persona already. He just looks like he's been in the club for a long time, and that's big credit to him, you know. And you can see the players love playing with him. And I think as a defender, having someone like him, you would feel so much more relaxed. You know, imagine like you're playing, I don't know, a Liverpool or the better teams in Europe, whatever, and you're like, okay, cool. So if they get past him, they've done very well, then we can kind of get our chance to get the ball off them. But most of the time, he's doing it himself. And the other thing is, I don't want him doing too much, which is why I want someone next to him to help him out. But yeah, let's see. Jorginho worked yesterday in the midfield along with Havertz, but that won't work all the time. You know, there's going to be better opposition and cause us more problems. But yeah, so far so good for him, and he's tending to be one of my favorite players already. Obviously, Saliba set the benchmark, the number 1 player, we all know. But Rice is yeah, firmly up there. Like he's just been incredible, and it's just a shame we can't have like a fully fit 11. I would wish like we could have had the fully fit 11 like we did last season, this season with Rice and Partey and whatnot, and would really be cooking. But listen, nevertheless, a great performance yesterday, 2-0 win. You know, you go into the last two games now, just get a draw or a win. Actually, forget a draw, get a win, get it dealt with at home. And yeah, the last game in Eindhoven, you can kind of rotate. You know, I'm not getting ahead of myself, but yeah, I think we should do it. You know, I mean, I don't want to be, you know, like, as I said, Man United are going to these like final two games nervous now, you know, and I don't want that for us, or didn't want that for us. And we're in a position now where it's like it's looking good. And obviously Newcastle will be the same. Didn't even talk about Man City. They always go through in the group stage, no problem. But yeah, all good for Arsenal. And we're going to the league fixture against Burnley on the weekend. Hopefully, another 3 points. And then I think is it international break or one more game international break, but it's coming soon anyway. And yeah, just a good run of wins, keep some clean sheets, and you know, hopefully we can we forgot all about Newcastle thing anyway now, and just get some wins together. And who knows what will become January. But listen, guys, this is the Champions League roundup. Hope you enjoyed. As I say, as always, like, subscribe, follow, all of that. Those that are riding with me already, thank you. Those that haven't yet, you're missing out and you're going to regret it. So you listen, tell a friend to tell a friend, share it around, all of that, whatever. And yeah, I'll be back on the weekend for a preview of the Premier League games. But yeah, this is your guy, Matt, back in the net. Love you guys. See you soon. Peace.